So we go to item 10. This, I think it's the last time we'll have this up here. I hope the employees are all happy with it. This is consideration to approve the adopted Virgin Valley Water District confidential information policy as drafted by staff and legal counsel and reviewed and approved by the Virgin Valley Water District employees. Is that in fact a fact, you Virgin Valley Water District employees? This is our final go-around of it. Hey, okay. This is a safeguard so that private information doesn't get out in the public section about our employees in the future. So, is there any questions from the? This is about the third go-around on this, so we're pretty familiar with it, I think. Is there any questions from the board? Any questions from the public? I'll call for a motion.
I'll make a motion on that.
Okay.
Okay, I would move that we approve our confidential information policy as amended. And I think that's it.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 5 in favor. Item 11 is for discussion of possible action, consideration to approve the adopted Virgin Valley Water District whistleblower policy as drafted by council and legal, staff and legal counsel. Thank you. The last paragraph that I've got here in my back, the handling and reporting violations, is that part of the, there's confusion in an email, I see. But that is part of it.
Correct. This, before you, this draft, yeah. The form, there's an additional form that kind of correlates with that last paragraph. It's kind of the submittal form for the employee or whoever to fill out and stating facts, reasoning behind the alleged issue, and it also allows for whoever he or she is bringing that to, supervisor and whatnot, to sign off saying yes, I received that. And then along with that is on the back is a response by the supervisor or whoever is being reported to respond how that was addressed, and also allow bring back to that whoever submitted it. You each have a copy.
We did not have that in our bylaws in the past. This just states that if somebody comes to me, I've got a certain amount of time to report it, and I've got to report it in writing. So I can't just say, don't call me, don't talk to me. I'm busy. I got to go see Harold. Is there any other board members' comments?
I read it over and I think it's a great addition to our policy. I think it needs to be there. Obviously, it's required by the state law, so to have a policy in place. The only thing I would like everybody to understand, and I think they need to know, is that, if there's something illegal going on, they can feel free to call the police, report it through those channels also. Theft or anything, proper drug use or something's going on, report it to call the cops. There's nothing that here that should preclude them from ever, calling the police or emergency services if needed. So.
How do we decide which police force to call? Bunkerville, the county mountains, or
you see what it's taken to get a permit from the county.
I
You
guess
may
we'll
not want to call.
Down 911 and see what happens.
I'll send the closest.
You want to?
I live in Bunkerville, and they had a domestic abuse case over by my house, and Mesquite Police showed up about 20 minutes before Metro did. So, based on that, I'd say call Mesquite PD.
a little closer, yeah. Well, it really isn't funny. This is, and you were absolutely correct. This is a very good addition to our.
Yeah. You want to put that in here?
It's in there.
Yeah.
Is it in there?
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is.
Okay.
just employees,
Just crimes against a person or property such as assault, rape, burglary should be reported immediately to local law enforcement personnel.
Okay. Okay, it says, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't read that.
But,
Okay,
you know, that was kind
there's a
of,
question here.
Was there a specific cause or origin of this policy? Because this is the first time it's ever been discussed or put on the agenda or presented to the public, so I'm just curious if there was a specific cause.
Uh,
I can just.
I'll turn that over to Bo.
Well, I mean, the last policy we reviewed dealt with personnel files. There was also some discussion from the board members about wanting the ability to report things to board members and what should be the situation of the procedure for reporting to board members. When that came up for discussion, this policy does specifically talk about that. The board had previously reviewed what's the procedure for reporting something that maybe the general manager may allegedly be involved in and how is that to be done, and there were questions as to whether employees should talk to board members, and so part of this policy clarifies that. I mean, it goes well beyond that, but I think that was part of what at least brought this to the surface and had the district kind of starting to ask those questions and deciding what's the procedure to address that.
As this policy is written, if it had been in effect many years ago, would it have helped you avoid any of your past woes?
Probably.
Probably, yes.
At least would have given an avenue to take care of those.
Yeah. We need this, you know. Or we shouldn't need it. Should be plain enough, you know, that we should do that. It's kind of wrong that we have to put it in writing, but I guess that's the way life is today. Okay, so if there's
hey,
no
Bo,
more...
where, you were saying, where's that, oh, I got it, time in the report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not limited to those items, but, I mean, basically the policy is designed to address two situations. One is a alleged violation of our own policies, the other is an alleged violation of the law. And there are certain crimes, just like Rich was talking about, that, yeah, there's obviously, in addition to reporting to a supervisor or manager or whatever, report those kinds of things immediately to police if it's, you know, something like those crimes that are identified here, so definitely. The other thing I just want to stress is, I think the policies are great. I think that hopefully they bring a lot of comfort to the employees and a lot of maybe order to the district of how these things are going to work, but I just, again, want to emphasize that that we actually make sure we are always complying with these policies. I mean, we need to hopefully be reviewing them from time to time. And Aaron had a great idea on this submittal form. I mean, I think that's it's an excellent way to make sure that we're actually complying with the policy, that we're following it, we're reporting back to the employer, we're letting them know what took place. If there's corrective action that needs to be taken, then that's documented. I think that's going to go a long way to trying to address some of the problems I think that we're asked about.
Yeah, I like the fact that they have to respond to it in writing and put that in a file so we show that supervisor, whoever's been contacted, has responded properly. So.
Okay, is there any other comments? You got any more comments, staff? No? Okay, I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I move that we approve and adopt the Virgin Valley Water District whistleblower policy as drafted by staff and legal.
I have a motion
Second.
and a second. Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your right hand. None opposed, motion passes.